Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine. Yesterday I have taken the topic of 5th unit, that is international communication and cross cultural communication. In continuation of that topic only, today I will take the various steps or various factors which should be considered while writing or presenting our communication on international level. What are the situations we have to face, or what are the situations we have to tackle with that, right? For in this let's say for native English speakers making a presentation overseas or to an international audience present some special cross cultural challenges. Taking the do's and don'ts below into account will ensure that your message is communicative effectively without embarrassing, insulting or offending the diverse members of your audience. What does it say? It says, like, when we have prepared ourselves that what are the factors which we will have to focus and what are the factors which we don't have to focus, if we work on that on serious note, that there might be a chances decreases of distraction in the communication process. If we are focusing on right thing at right place, then there will be no chances of the problems or without any insulting or offending, because when you are make a mistake, instead of people making insulting, you are only feel embarrassing about on yourself only. So please kindly check these particular points in which we have to focus, that what should we do and what should we don't. First, what to do: speak clearly. Means whatever you speak clearly. Your word should be very clear, your word should be very precise, and first you have to understand that what you are saying, then only you make the audience to understand that. Speak at that pitch, this audience will listen you very clearly and they can understand that what you are trying to say. Don't mumble, slur your speech or speak super fast when addressing a crowd. Those native language is not English. Like when you are facing the audience and when you are just addressing the audience, or else when you are giving your intro in front of the audience, that means you have to speak very clearly, you have to speak slowly. Don't be so fast that people could not understand what you are saying. Clear? Next is speak slowly. Speak slowly means when you are speaking, your pitch should be slowly. That means you are not doing you are not speaking in a hustle fuzzle situation, because as fast you are speaking, the level of the understanding of audience is also at that same level. Because the thing is, when you are speaking so fast, many of the words is just spit it from the mind of the audience. जब भी आप बोलते हैं तो आप इतने धीरे और इतने आराम से चीज़ों को बोलिए, सो दैट जो ऑडियंस है उन्हें सुन के समझ चुके. ऐसा ना हो कि आपने 10 शब्द बोले हैं और वो इतनी जल्दी में बोले हैं कि ऑडियंस को उसमें से 6 शब्द समझ में आए हैं और 4 आपने क्या बोला है वो उनके सिर के ऊपर से चले गए हैं. और दैट मीन्स कि जो आप बोलना चाह रहे थे, इनकम्प्लीट इन्फॉर्मेशन व्हाट द ऑडियंस गेट, that will be incompleted, and on that basis only they can understand or they can conclude your message, whatever you want to tell them. Clear? Next is triangulate your main ideas. In this technique involve expressing the same idea 3 times in slightly different ways. It gives your listeners 3 chances to catch what you are saying. For example, let's see the example. Example is this: speaker words. What the speaker says: I believe he is right man for the job. Listener thought, yes. He has all necessary qualifications. Yes. He is the best candidate of all till now. I understand it's a although. So what does a table means? When the speaker speak, when the presenters present his speech or he communicate with the people or the audience, we can say the highlights, the key factors, point lines or the sentence which he have to focus. He can say a single sentence in a different way, so that he can able to make highlighted in the minds of the listeners, or they can understand what the exactly or what a speaker focus on which point or which thing he is more focus. This is a basically examples. Clear? Next you can say use meaningful tempo and intonation. Means when you are speaking, speak with cool, calm, with your normal voice. The word which is clarified your whole presentation, at that moment you have to raise your pitch slight bit, or else you have to speak not so high, not so low. Just be in a formal way, just be in a smoothly way, that you able to sort out the problems, you able to clarify your words in mind of the customer, in mind of the audience, what you are saying. Like to emphasize, you provide add clues to help listener grasp your message. You can put any examples, you can put any live examples, things which you're presenting, which your speakers make the listening point of view of the listener is effectively and positively, so that they also get an interest in listening the things. Next, provide signposts along with along the way. What is signpost? Signposts are that signals point by which you are getting, or by which you can see the presentation in effective manner, or else the listener can understand more clearly with the help of these signposts. Like informing them about the planned directions of your discussion on presentation, as well as any changes along the way. For example, today I will be speaking about the 3 areas. In this example, what are the 3 areas? The speaker have to be show the audience with their signposts, or they can if they are talking about the maps, if they are talking about the locations, if they are talking about the process, might be they have to show the things practically with the help of the signpost, so that might be there is a problem in understanding the thing with the help of the words, but on the same hand the listener can grab the informations very carefully, very effectively with the help of these signposts. So basically always speaker have to be provide signposts along the way in their presentations to make their presentations more effectively and more successfully. Clear? Next, using verification loops. What is loops? In inter-control communication especially, it is a valuable to keep checking whether your listeners are following along with your arguments. This can be done by asking, when the speakers giving their speeches, or when they are talking about something, that means they have to, in between they have to check with the audience or with the listeners also, like you to having their interaction, to having their attentions toward yourself only. Listeners put the different type of question. For example, like, do you have any question, or else is everything clear till now, or what would you like to me elaborate. Basically this is also come under your oral presentation also. When a speaker speaks, until unless he not make the audience interested, or until unless he are not making his speech or his message whatever he is going to deliver, that means he have to make something in the point, or something part of the listeners also, in which listener also can play their role, like answering the question whatever the asking by the speaker, or they have the queries to sort out, or there should be an interaction between both the speaker and the listener ends. Then only you can understanding, then only you can deliver effective communicate to the peoples. Next, says numbers and dates slowly. Whenever you are briefing, when you are explaining, or there is a date or number is coming, that times you have to focus on that particular date, on that particular number slowly and clearly. Give a little bit pause and then tell the number, or we can say date slowly, so that the audience come in focus, audience comes in attention what you are speaking, and this helps you very effectively and makes your presentations very what we can say very positively. Next, write down unfamiliar names or technical terms. Like unfamiliar or unknown names are terms are best shown written down on the slides or handouts. Like repeated use of term that other don't know or cannot understand is annoying and thoughtless. Means whatever you are speaking, like most of the words are unfamiliar to the audience, or we have know the normal words which are daily routines uses. If in a presentation a presenter speak a unfamiliar word or that particular word which audience do not know what exactly it means, so you have to tell that particular word with their explanation, with their meanings, on what basis you have taken that, you have to explain that also. Otherwise, if you are using that word which cannot understand by the audience, that means you are annoying or you are thoughtless, because when you are not having a clarification or explanation of your words, what you are going to say, that means you are making the things annoying, and if audience are not understanding, that creates a negative environment over there. Okay, next is double and triple check time arrangement. What is this? Confirm any arrangements related to time or dates. One possible approach is to prevent you have forgotten. Flip through your papers and say, so we are meeting at on, and see what the other person has to say. This is also the triple check time arrangement. Basically, in this, with the help of this, you can check the time and you can check the arrangements, what the audience and what the peoples react to your words or whatever you are saying, just to have the focus of them on your presentation basically. Next, be careful using English word from other language. Now remember that English is a mongrel language and has adopted words from other languages. Be aware that sometimes these adopted words have different meaning or shades of meaning in other languages. Yes, in a single word have a different meaning on different places, we also know. So while you are presenting your presentation, please be sure that what word you are taking in or we are putting in your speech or in your writing letter or in your anything, it can be oral, it can be written form. So be aware, be attentive what you are going to use, because it's depend, if a single word having a different meaning according to your speech, according to your writing things, that's change the whole meaning of your presentation. So please be careful while you are using an English word in your presentation or in your writing things. Clear? Be sincere. What is this? By showing genuine sincerity and interest in building a good relationship, a positive atmosphere is created which makes it easier to do business. When both sides assume such goodwill, many potential hurdles can be overcome. Be sincere means be genuine, be sincere, whatever you are speaking with the genuinity, show your genuinity, because when you act as a genuine, responsible or sincere, you only create the positive atmosphere, you only create the positive environment, you only create the positive relationship between the speaker and the listening. Because if there is a negativeness, you cannot maintain a positive environment or atmosphere. So please be sincere while you are speaking or doing something like this. Now next is keep a sense of humor. Even in the best of intentions, culture mistakes may be made from the both sides. The best advice is to be relaxed, keep a sense of humor, and appreciate the cooperative efforts being by all sides. Always having a attitude of appreciate and cooperative with both the ends. Don't be always ready to make the insulted peoples. Clear? Now what not to do? Till keep a sense of humor, we have understand that what should we use or what to do. Now see what not to do. Avoid slang. What is slang? Basically slang means avoid slang means unless the listener have lived in your country for a long time. Avoid slang. Aware the slang changes, the listener may not know current meaning. If you are using the slang and people don't know what does it means, so don't use that thing which makes your presentation inactive or people could not understanding. Use that only which can be easily understandable by the audience. Next, avoid contractions. What is contraction? Basically blurred things, words which make more difficult to understand. So don't using a coding word, use simple and precise word which makes your presentation very effectively. Clear? Next, avoid idioms. Don't use idioms because it makes your presentation ineffective and audience cannot understand what you are going to say. So please avoid this also. Clear? With this I'll stop this presentation, and tomorrow I'll take the next point which we have note to focus. Thank you all.